At this moment, I also extend a very special welcome to our online participants joining us from United States of America, Philippines, Italy, and Dubai. We are delighted to have you with us and thank you for being part of this event. Now, I invite Reverend Father Alberto Napolitano, First Secretary of the Apostolic Nunciature, New Delhi, to deliver a special message at this international symposium to the August gathering.
Your Lordship, Vijay Kumar Rayarala, Chairman, CBCI Social Communication, Honorable Dr. Natasha Govekar, Director of the Theological Pastoral Department of the Dicastery for Communication, Your Grace, Most Reverend Kuriakos Bharanikulangar, Archbishop of Faridabad, Your Excellencies, other bishops, theologians, communication professionals, academicians, pastoral leaders, researchers, and experts from different disciplines, I am pleased to address to each one of you my cordial greetings and good wishes. I also extend my deep appreciation and congratulations to the CBCI Office for Social Communications and Nice Court for jointly envisioning and hosting this international symposium on Magnifica Humanitas, uniting theologians, technologists, and pastoral leaders in service of human dignity. I consider it both a privilege and a profound honor to offer this message on the Holy Father's encyclical Magnifica Humanitas. It has already been said this morning that we meet a moment when the rapid advance of artificial intelligence and digital technologies is reshaping how we work, communicate, learn, and relate to one another. Through this message, I wish to share some of the salient points of the encyclical for our reflection. Points that may illuminate the path toward the future when human dignity remains one and inviolable, and where technology becomes a faithful instrument of communication, justice, and the common good. The path-breaking Magnifica Humanitas speaks with particular urgency to the Indian Church and society, where rapid technological change and economic growth coexist with deep-seated problems on different spheres, leading to loss of human dignity and weakening of democratic values. The encyclical invites us to pause and recall the enduring biblical truth at the heart of our Christian faith, that human being is created in the image and likeness of the triune God, made for relationship and willed by God to enter into communion with Him, with others, and with creation. I am aware of the India AI Impact Summit held in February 2026, in which Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, in his inaugural address, used Manav, the Hindi word for human, as an acronym to encapsulate India's vision for human-centric approach to AI. In an age of artificial intelligence, when human dignity risks being eclipsed by vast concentrations of technological power that elude all oversight, and by emerging forms of dehumanizations, Pope Leo XIV recalls us to the urgent need to remain profoundly human. The encyclical summons us to embrace the limits and fragility that belong to the human condition, refusing the technocratic illusion that sees them merely as flaws to be engineered away. Pope Leo XIV urges us to read the world not from the vantage point of the powerful, but from below, through the eyes of those who suffer, beginning with the least among us. The path the Holy Father traces is clear. Remain truly human, govern technological process with wisdom, and resist the monopolies that concentrate power in the hands of a few at the cost of the lives of many. This is not a path of barricades, nor a wholesale rejection of artificial intelligence, of course. On the contrary, the Holy Father recognizes AI's many positive dimensions and beneficial applications. If AI is to serve humanity, it must be guided by a vision that sees the person not as a problem to be solved, but as a mystery to be loved, so that together we may build a civilization where every life is cherished and no one is left behind. One of the powerful expressions of the Holy Father he used in the encyclical is disarm, which also remains close to his heart. The word disarm is strong, but deliberately chosen because this moment needs words capable of attracting attention, awakening conscience, and indicating paths forward for humanity. The Church has long worked for nuclear disarmament, because every great technical power can affect people's lives and so much be accompanied by adequate moral discernment. In a similar sense, artificial intelligence now demands to be disarmed. To disarm AI is to liberate it from the grip of armed competition that drives an unending race for ever larger algorithms and data in pursuit of geopolitical and commercial dominion. It is not a rejection of technology, but a refusal to let raw capability alone dictate the direction of human life. Disarming AI means breaking monopolies, opening development and use to public discourse, and returning these systems to the plurality of human cultures, languages, and ways of life. The final point I wish to highlight is the justice in the age of AI. The World Economic Forum, held in 2023, reported that richest 1% in India own more than 40% of the country's total wealth, while the bottom half of the population together shares just 3% of wealth. Similarly, World Inequality Report 2026 shows high income inequality in India. In a society where the gap between the rich and the poor remains wide, growth cannot be left to trickle down, but must be made inclusive by deliberate choice. Justice in the Indian context demands that the fruits of innovation, quality healthcare, education, digital tools, and economic opportunity be accessible across caste, region, and income. Only then can technology serve its true purpose, narrowing the divide and enabling every person, regardless of background, to participate in and benefit from the nation's growth. In the age of AI and robotics, an economy that upholds human dignity and does not stifle innovation but makes it human and civilized, must be guided by 3 criteria: transparency and accountability, inclusion and access, and measures for equity. Thank you. I still have 1 point. Sorry. It's coming to the conclusion. Artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed, but disarming alone is not enough. We are called to build. The Holy Father exhorts all Christians to disarm from culture of power by building the civilization of love. In Magnifica Humanitas, the image of Prophet Nehemiah rebuilding Jerusalem, as we just heard from Dr. Natasha, evokes a wounded yet resolute humanity. The narrative shows how the city is reborn not through the initiative of one man, but through the shared responsibility of all. It is an undertaking with God at the center, which rebuilds relationships. Pope Leo XIV calls us to undertake the project of a civilization of love. Digital networks, the globalized economy, and the rise of AI have woven new bonds across the world. Yet, bonds alone are not enough. AI should not only make us more efficient or connected, but serve to build a universal human family. Only with such an integral vision can artificial intelligence be directed toward the common good. The rebuilding of Jerusalem portrays a synodal restoration where all share responsibility for the common good amid mockery and threat. We can build only together. Those who design systems and those affected by them, rich and poor, institutions and individuals, will be able to build a future not for a privileged few, but for the entire human family. As we bring this reflection on fourfold call of the encyclical to a close, may Magnifica Humanitas anchor us in the conviction that the human person, in both grandeur and fragility, must never be replaced or surpassed by technology. The path forward demands that we safeguard human dignity and humanity itself in the age of AI by disarming technology of its tendency toward domination, ordering instead to the pursuit of the common good. Let us not forget that authentic human progress advances only when technology, intelligence, and collective effort remain ordered to relationship, justice, and the presence of God among His people. Let us not fall into the temptation of building the Tower of Babel with domination and dehumanization, but like Nehemiah the prophet, with patience, prayer, and resolve, rebuild brick by brick what has collapsed and protect what is threatened. Thank you.